for you about somebody who is falling for you or has already told you that they're falling in love with you. But we have some insatiable energy, someone who is struggling to focus on other things in their life, really just like counting down the minutes until they get to see or talk to you again. So we could have a need to just, like calm down. But this is someone who feels like they have found that love of a lifetime. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Ooh, or that. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. You can also, in that description box, find out how to get to my Etsy page in case you want to check out my homemade soy candles. That's the newest one called Bad Habit. Let's dive in. What should we start with? We're going to go with the cats rule the earth. What else do we have? Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands in the reverse. Two eights. Okay. So we have someone who... Why do I feel like this is someone who could be risking a connection because they don't realize that it's like too much. It's a little clingy. With the Four of Wands in the reverse, this is like somebody who is expecting a person to act like a boyfriend or girlfriend before they're actually exclusive, or someone who is just like asking for too much, right? Maybe even getting a little bit frustrated if there are other people who get time with this person. So this Eight of Pentacles, this is like, why you gotta go to school? Why you gotta go to work? Why you gotta mow the lawn? Wow, we have another eight. Okay, so we've got someone who needs to just like chill out. Three of Wands and the Eight of Wands. This is somebody who is needing to take action and communicate what's going on or how they're feeling, because it's like until you tell this person that you need a little bit of time to yourself, they're probably going to struggle with those boundaries, or they're not going to really focus on the other things in their life. They're just thinking about you. Hello, Bird Dog. Hello, Static. I'm glad, Static, that you knew what I was quoting. One of the best songs ever, in my opinion. So we have the Queen of Swords. This is communication, but also boundaries, right? Sorry, I'm not going to skip class for you. Sorry, I can't call into work sick every time you decide you want to go on like some adventure. Or, sorry, I've got responsibilities, got to get my laundry done, got to do the dishes, whatever, We got someone who's just like one of those like Garfields on the, van window. All right, what else? Two of Cups and Strength in the reverse. There's a risk here that this romance falls apart if somebody is over invested or, doesn't know how to like pursue other things in their life. That doesn't mean you got to go and like flirt with other people, but you got to maintain a sense of individuality. You can't just make your entire world about this other person, right? Hello, is it Mahab? Hello, Sonax. If you want me to do a personal reading for you, you can include your question in a super chat. Otherwise, we're going to be focusing on the general reading for about another 30 minutes. No, it's not like the best ever. I don't know that I could choose that. That would be tricky. Even trying to choose like the top 5 songs, this is like terrifying. So it depends on mood, right? Hello, Nat Nat. How are you doing? Hey, Apurva, welcome to the live chat. Please do not put your personal information in the live chat. I will delete it every time. And Sonax, I've already told you, so please stop putting your question in the live chat, okay? What else do we have? Six of Wands, 10 of Swords in the reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So we have somebody who is, yes, absolutely in love. Very excited about this 2 of Cups, the romance that they want to invest in. But the person who is obsessive or insatiable is struggling to accept that the person they're in love with is not falling into obsession or is like focusing on their own success still. This is somebody, it's like, I had a friend years back who got into a really like whirlwind romance and they got engaged. And then she was asked to quit her job once they get married. And she was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I like my career. Maybe I don't want to work for like my entire life, but felt like it was a little bit too soon to make that decision. I feel like we have someone who's saying either, I need you to stop chasing that dream, or I need you to focus less on that. And whoever we're talking to here, the 6 of Wands person, is like, no, I can do both. I can, connect with you and love you, but I'm not going to give up what makes me me. Thank you, Nat Nat. Thank you, Static. Hello, Elijah. Please call me Carmen. Hello, Temporary. Are you scared of skeletons? Hello, Aaron. How are you doing? Kind of a weird thing. Who are you talking to, Elijah? Are you talking to Aaron or Static? Thank you for the star. Is it Jaxie? I ain't gonna call you daddy. That's for sure. Hello, CTM. How are you doing? Yeah, no, I don't need anyone to look after me. Thank you, though. I'll get it to myself. We got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And the 6 of Swords in the reverse. So this is a loving connection, and I do feel like both people are interested. Both people are excited about this connection, but we have this like fly in the ointment, which is things could go not so well if there is a lack of respect in one person's dreams or career or pursuits that are not tied to the relationship. It's like, I don't need to make you my entire life. There are other things that I'm working on, a music album, publishing a book, making candles, whatever it might be. This is an important pursuit and it's being minimized by the romantic interest. Hello, how's it going? Hello, Kitty. Thank you for the star. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing today? King of Wands in the reverse. The Sun in the reverse. So we have an argument that has taken place or is about to take place. Why are you, spending so much time working? You should be spending all your time with me. You should just quit that, or, that music, that band, that's not so important. Why are you doing that? And now we have anger, frustration. The sun is in the reverse, maybe even a little bit of depression. It's like, I thought this was great, but apparently the honeymoon period is over because now I'm seeing that you're unreasonable in terms of your expectations in the relationship. Or, you know, for my life. Like it's my life. I get to make those choices. Temporary, I do personal questions after the general reading. If you put your question into a super chat or if you donate a membership to somebody else. Elijah, at one point I was doing the channel and part-time bartending, so yes. But I don't drink, so that was interesting. Hello, Samika, or Samiksha? Sorry, I said that wrong. I hope you're having a good day. Let's please not repeat. Magician in the reverse. Wow. Ten of Swords in the reverse was clarified by the Ten of Swords in the upright. So this would be like going out of your way to sabotage something that's important to your partner. I gotta say, that's a bad look. This is like somebody hiding your phone so that your alarm doesn't wake you up and then you miss your shift or you miss the plane that you were supposed to catch. This is selfish behavior. But the Magician is in the reverse because the whole point is I'm trying to make it so that you cannot do what you want to do or you're going to not make it where you need to be. Because this is someone who is meant to be successful and has some significant skill, but their partner is threatened by it. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Lemonade. How are we doing today? Aaron, that's true. Hello, Slamming, what's up? Por favor, call me Carmen. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. This is some possessive, jealous energy here. Like, it's fine. I make enough money, or you can get a different job. Or, you know, what I really want is just to like start a family. You don't need to be doing all that. But we have this person making the decision for their partner, and that really gets under the skin of their partner. Like, excuse me, I think I can make my own decision. Thank you very much. Oh, I got you, Nat Nat. Thank you for the tip. What else do we have? Seven of Wands in the reverse, the Hermit, 5 of Swords in the reverse. So even though you wanted me to miss my flight, or even though you wanted me to, you know, get fired or get frustrated and feel like that's not the right thing for me anymore, the fact that you're trying to sabotage it makes me that much more invested in what I want to do. And it also makes me feel like maybe the relationship that I have with you should be on the chopping block instead of the job. Like, you treat me that way, then I'm going to reconsider whether or not you have a seat at the table. Hello, Stargazer. How are you doing? That I am rock and roll? Oh, I feel like that's a little presumptuous of me. I think I like a lot of good music. Does that count? 7 of Cups, Judgment in the reverse, and the 6 of Wands in the reverse. Oh, you should not have messed with this. I do think that there's a decision made to sabotage a business trip or an interview or like launching your tequila brand, whatever it is. But this partner is like, I don't want you focusing on that. I want you to focus on me. So I'm going to do something. And I feel like no one will ever be able to figure it out. But what they don't realize is that choice that they have made to betray their partner because they're jealous of this, job, it's not going to stay secret. It's going to be discovered by their partner, and it threatens the relationship more than the job ever did. Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Pentacles. I do think we have someone who feels that the career is actually going to be something that could bring them together, but because it creates jealousy or because it gets more time, this individual decided to give in to temptation and mess with the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords also came through as the King of Wands in the reverse. This is why we don't pay too close attention to the gender. But this is the person who's successful or who has this pursuit that's very important to them, and they get angry because they find out their partner, the Magician in the reverse, the manipulative person, is trying to make it so that they can't do their job, is trying to make it so that there's no more competition for their attention. Oh, I do have the Nirvanity. Is that what you're saying? That doesn't count. You're in denial, but that's okay. That's funny. Yes, temporary. Hello, James. How are you doing? Have a good one, CTF. Six of Swords in the reverse. Again, in the same column, no less. Lovers in the reverse, which is also number 6, by the way. Did we have Six of Swords or Six of Wands in the reverse? We did. So I do feel like the number 6 is important. We've had multiple Six of Swords and Six of Wands in the reverse. One in the upright, actually. And now we also have the Lovers. This is like, I want you to, show up poorly for the interview or miss it entirely. Or I want you to get fired so that you spend more time with me. But it's going to backfire. This is like, oh, okay, so you decided that you should be the only important thing in my life, and therefore you needed to prevent me from being successful. And you thought like I would want to still be like connected to you after that? Is a no for me, dog. Like, for real? You thought I'd be like, oh my god, that's so romantic. Thank you for helping me to clarify what my priorities should be. That's just so awesome of you. No, that's not how it's going to go. It's going to be like, oh, so you know that saying about like keeping your friends close, but your enemies closer? It looks like you just signed up to be my enemy. Guess I can't trust you? Because all you do is think about yourself. This is the truth. No, what is it? Hold on. I've genuinely forgotten. Is it called What's the News? Guys, I've got like a brain fart right now. I think it's What's the News. Oops. Have a good one, Erin. So we have Playa. And I feel like this is the expectation from the jealous partner. They're looking at this Queen of Swords, King of Wands in reverse, thinking your success is only going to put you on like a bit of a pedestal so that people try to compete with me for your attention. Or, you travel for work and that's just like putting you in these situations where you're drinking with hot strangers. I don't like it. So you have this big important day, and I'm going to ruin it for you. I'm going to make it so that that's not your priority, or so that you just like focus on me now. I hope it wasn't art. Hello, Indra. How are you doing? Front of me. So you're supposed to be my lover. You're supposed to be, you know, my partner, but you're over here sabotaging the things that are important to me because you are greedy for my time, or because you are assuming that I'm going to be flirtatious with other people or like cheat on you. The reality is the relationship was doing just fine until you got possessive. Hey AJ, would you like to try that again? Only maybe be like a little bit respectful. Otherwise, I'm gonna punch you from the live chat. Got it? I like it, Art. What else do we have? Repo and Sippin. So part of the complication here is we've got somebody who has some financial issues. They have not been paying their bills, and they hear these rumors that make them feel like they need to like bring their partner closer to them, but they also need the money that's being made from this, right? Sometimes people don't really plan for a week or a month in advance. They're just thinking about what they want right now, and they don't realize how their actions are actually making it less possible for them to achieve those goals. Magic. It could also be they're just jealous of you. They might love you, but hate all the attention that you get, or hate how skilled or talented you are at something, because there are people who admire you. There are people who look up to you, and this partner is jealous of the Queen of Swords. So as this career blossoms, and as we have the Queen of Swords, you know, seeing dreams come true, the partner for this Queen of Swords is frustrated and jealous. Let's go with the Stained Glass Tarot. You're good, Rachel. What else do we have? Seven of Wands in the reverse. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Wands. So I love that you make a bunch of money, or I love that your success means I can afford more expensive shoes or cars or apartment or house or whatever. But I'm also going to sabotage that job or that success because I feel like people are giving you too much attention, or I feel like you might, you know, steal my man, steal my lady. That's like if you were to go to the pool and first you spray on sunscreen, and then 10 minutes later you put on like what, like coconut oil? What's the stuff that like makes you pick up the sun easier? It's like, make up your mind. Do you want to be with somebody who's successful and also like apparently pays for things? Or do you just want them to like not be able to help or not be able to be a team player? Their actions are conflicting. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Jealousy. But the Queen of Wands in the reverse can also talk about concern over who else you're spending time with. Whose bed have your boots been under? You know, if you're traveling for work, are you actually being good? Are you behaving? Or are you out here being a player? We have the World and the Six of Swords in reverse. This is about travel. I don't want you to be able to go on tour. I don't want you to be able to, you know, make the flight for this interview because it's in Miami and I'm sure you're going to meet somebody and then you'll replace me. But I don't feel like this jealous individual is using all of their brain cells. Seven of Swords in the reverse and the King of Swords in the reverse. The thing is, this Queen of Swords picks up on something. That's why they get mad. That's why we have the King of Wands in the reverse, because it's like, okay, so somebody turned my phone off so that the alarm wouldn't go off, and you're the only one who would have had access. Or somebody called and canceled my flight, and it had to have been you. You have somebody here who gets involved and tries to control the situation, but instead what they do is they betray their true intentions and fears and jealousy to the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is like, okay, so look, I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to give up my career for you. If you want to actually be in a relationship with me, you're going to have to accept how things are. And it feels to me like that's maybe asking a little bit too much. Hello, Kay Garrett. How are you doing? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune. Whatever they attempt to sabotage, they fail sabotaging that. The Queen of Swords finds a new flight or drives instead of flies or, you know, miraculously wakes up on time. But the anger is still there. Like, I know what you did last summer. I know what you did. I just want you to explain why you did it. Why are you messing with what you know to be very important to me? Eight of Wands in the reverse. Temperance. Page of Swords in the reverse. So you lied to me. You said you were supportive or you would be supportive, but then you went and you did this. You tried to get in the way. You tried to be an obstacle. I was able to fix it, but only because I'm awesome. And now I know that your goal is to make things difficult for me. So you want me to be in a relationship with you, but you just broke my trust. You just made a decision for yourself that what I want and what is important to me should not be a priority, or, you know, you wanted to see me lose that. It's a good way to lose the relationship. If I knew that my partner was trying to undermine my channel, boop, you're gone. This person's like a little bit shocked when they find out what's really going on. But that shock turns to anger pretty quickly because it's like, no. You specifically went out of your way. You made the decision that you wanted things to be more complicated or less successful for me. And that's telling. It says a lot, right? Hello, Carnation team. If you would like a personal reading, as Rachel mentioned, you can put your question into the super chat. Hello, Callan. How are you doing? So this is pushing the Queen of Swords to reconsider being in a relationship with this person at all. If I can't be myself and do what's important to me, if you're going to make me choose between love and work, Three of Pentacles would be the work, right? Ace of Cups is the love. I'm going to choose the work. You won't like what I choose, but if you going to make me choose, I'm going to choose the other thing. Eight of Cups in the reverse. This Queen of Swords figures out how to still make the plane or, you know, the interview, whatever it is, even though their partner tried to ruin it for them. This is the F-It deck. What else do we have, please? Get over it. I'm obviously covering a swear word because YouTube clutches pearls. Do it one step at a time. I think this Queen of Swords is deciding if you have made my success your opponent, if you are competing with that pursuit in my life, then I will choose the work. I will choose my calling. Thank you, Indra. Let me add that for you. In June, okay? Well, I don't think you must do anything, but we will pull some cards for you. Ooh, how's Taco Bell, Tiana? Making healthy decisions, I see. All right, so this is the William Blake Tarot. Let's see what else we got. Oh, you guys, we're already at 32 minutes. I didn't know that. It is pretty funny, isn't it? I might have to agree with you on that, Indra. All right, what else do we have, please? Harmony, the Four of Poetry. Love and harmony combine, and around our souls entwine, while thy branches mix with mine, and our roots together join. So this is somebody who envisioned a life together, but that dream is at risk now. Because you can't allow me to just, like, pursue the things that I also want to do. How's it going, Suvik? Thank you for the tip. Suvik, there have been a few times where I have seen your comment ask me to add subtitles. I just want to be very clear with you. They do get added, but it sometimes takes 12 or 24 hours. I don't have any control over that. So when you're looking for those translations or those subtitles, you might have to wait 12 or 24 hours somewhere in there, okay? Satarupa's feelings. For Suvik. And hello, Brian. How are you doing? Yes, good luck to Tiana for that. So we also have magic. This is the skill that you have. You are not meant to give up your passion or your, gift for this romance. And I think you know that. I think you know that you are meant to be doing something amazing, probably not necessarily riding dolphins. That's weird. Is that supposed to be a dolphin tail? Like, what's up with that? You are not meant to sacrifice whatever makes you magical just so that you can be in a relationship with this person. Musing, and I wrote my happy songs every child made joy to hear. You are supposed to be sharing your creative skills, your art, your magic, your music with others. And if your partner cannot handle that, then they don't get to be with you. Hello, John. How are you doing? Hello, Naya. You may, but please put it in a super chat. That's how you get added to the list. Or you can donate a membership to somebody else in the crowd. If y'all will give me just 2 seconds, I'm going to pull a few more from the Gilded Reverie, and then I'll start those personal questions. So we have the Owls, negative gossip. We already had that sippin' card come out talking about gossip. I feel like the Queen of Swords finds out that their partner was the person who tried to sabotage them because someone else witnessed or overheard. And it's causing this Queen of Swords to question whether or not it's time to end that relationship altogether. Yeah, I feel like this is someone who realizes that maybe there's just too much working against this relationship, even if it is love. You've got to be able to support what's important to me. Otherwise, like, what are we really doing here? All right, let's see what we've got for Nat Nat. Hello, B. Hello, Sarah Ann. How are you doing today? What do we have for Nat Nat, please? Two of Wands in the reverse. King of Swords in the reverse and Judgment. Nat Nat, I feel like there's somebody here who has promised to do something, or it's their responsibility. It's like, you know, it's a group project and this person's supposed to deliver the conclusion of the paper and they didn't do it. There's a person who says they're going to do something, but then when it comes time to actually doing that thing, they're going to make some excuse like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that I would end up feeling ill, but now I don't think I can help you move, or, you know, babysit your kids, or help you dye your hair. Whatever it is, this person is going to be flaky. What else, please? But this person planned on flaking out a long time ago. So they could have just been honest with you, but instead, I guess they wanted to make it difficult. This is someone who's acting petty. And you're this Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you know that this person is very capable of being petty. So this is basically saying when this person shows you their true colors, when they show you who they are, believe them. This could be someone who you need to end a friendship with, or somebody who you need to block, or at the very least, like, don't trust them to get things done, or don't ask them favors. Hello, Alex. How are you doing? So we have this High Priestess. There's something about your intuition that has been intensified or like upgraded recently. But the downside here is that it's going to help you to identify more readily who the people are that should not be in your inner circle. And that might be a little bit frustrating. There's a clearing out, cleansing happening because you're this Emperor energy. Because you're going through this upgrade in your life, things get a little bit quieter around you. Keep the faith. Those unreliable people are going to get replaced with people that you can rely upon. But first, it's like you got to do a little bit of walking on your own. You got to get away from these people who don't actually intend to do right by their promises. Hello, Alan. How are you doing? Hello, Bruce. What's up? I hope you're having a good one. Oh, you're welcome, B. Thank you, Nat Nat. Let's see what we've got for Indra. This is the Bianco Nero. What is coming for Indra in June, please? What is coming for Indra in June? Balance. Things are improving for you. Ooh, I like that. We have Six of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Six, of course, being the number for June. I do feel like there is something improving or getting easier for you in June. Seven of Cups, Hierophant in the reverse, and Death in the reverse. You may have thought something was over or something was not going to work out for you, but there's an unconventional path or a strange way that this thing comes back to you. It's important that you keep positive or like an optimistic outlook, because that impacts how much this good karma coming to you really impacts you. There's also a request here for you to lower your defenses a little bit with somebody that has proven themselves. This is someone who has been vulnerable with you, but there is a distrust that persists on your side in June. This is somebody that I see being a very reliable friend or partner, family member. So it's like, you know, ease up on them a little bit. You don't have to be as cautious around them. And what about the birthday present? Does Indra need to give the ex a present? No. Ace of Cups in the reverse. No. Do not don't put that back in your life as some sort of responsibility for yourself. You don't need to do that. This person is not deserving of that. So spend your money on something better. Thank you for the sunshine, Bruce. And thank you for subscribing, Secrets. If you would like me to do a reading for you, you can submit your request in a super chat or you can donate a membership, okay? So we've got Suvik up next. What are Sarupa's feelings for Suvik, please? It looks to me like Sadarupa has love for you or cares deeply for you, but also feels like there's no way for the two of you to make this work long term. We have the Lovers in the reverse, but followed by the Two of Swords in the reverse. This is, I've made my decision, but this isn't the path I'm going to take. So this feels like maybe I need to communicate what's really going on, or, you know, it saddens me, but I don't think that we can navigate some of the obstacles or problems that we would encounter. So I feel like we've got Sadarupa basically trying to consolidate the motivation or the energy to make a change and walk away, or to admit, you know, sometimes you love someone, but you can't actually make that work. What is the obstacle here? Eight of Swords in the reverse, Two of Pentacles, and Death. So I don't think this has been an easy decision for Sadarupa, but this does feel like I have interest in somebody else. This person could be a Scorpio, but there's something that gives this other romantic interest a bit of an edge or an advantage. With Sun in the reverse, it could have to do with the disposition. You know, how do I feel when I'm around you, or how do you treat me? I don't know that I necessarily feel like Satarupa is making a decision based on the right details. With the star in the reverse, I do think that there is, it's like as I make this decision, I know I'm not necessarily going to be happy about it. This is strange and it might not resonate for you, but there's an episode in Archer where Pam decides to eat crab even though she's allergic to it. Because crab is delicious, right? But then she has the allergic reaction to it. So what I'm seeing is Satarupa choosing a path that it's like, I know this isn't going to really go well, but I feel like I'm going to choose it anyways, right? Hello, Suhana, how are you doing? I don't read runes. I didn't say that as well as I'd like. Runes. um, I do have them, but I'm not able to help you learn that. Suhana, if you have a desire for me to pull some cards for you, the general rule of thumb is to put that request in a super chat. However, I think I'm going to go and pick up some Dr. Pepper. I feel like I just did that. So I will see you all on the next reading. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And thank you for hyping.